Good morning, party people. Welcome to this video. My name is Dylan Slater. You are watching episode 6 of Road to a Sub 245 Marathon Prep Series. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to this video. Today I'm going to be just doing a little bit of a Q&A episode where I've got a few questions here that I've been given by a few people that follow me on Instagram and Facebook and have seen my running journey over the last couple of years, and just wanted to ask a few questions so I can give you guys insight of what I'm doing and give you guys a brief history of my running journey so far. Over the next few weeks, I'll be just doing doing more of these sessions. As at the moment, I can't run at the moment. I've injured my knee, as you can see. I sustained a really bad injury to my knee whilst being overseas. So until I get it all cleared by the doctors, I can't run at the moment. So, which is frustrating, but the good sign is I can still walk on it. I can still bend my knee, but in terms of that stability and that pain around my knee when I'm running and stuff, unfortunately I can't run. So my running prep has taken a bit of a hit, but that's okay. We work around it and we manage it. So now let's get stuck into some questions. Question 1: what made you go into running marathons and half marathons? What made me go into running those type of races? It would have probably started back when I was 14, 15. I knew I was a pretty good runner. I started off doing little athletics as a kid and really was just focusing on my running. I was a sprinter, so I could run 400s, 200s, 100s, 800s, and it then started when I was 14. I ran a 5-kilometre race back in my hometown of Bendigo, and did quite well on that. And I kind of developed the love for running. I knew I was a good runner, but I started running 10 kilometres, 12 kilometres, 15 kilometre races from probably the age of 18 onwards, and then decided to go into running half marathons and marathons at the age of 24. I ended up sustaining 2 ACL injuries in 2013 and 2014. And the one thing I was good at was my running, and to not be able to run, which was my forte for football, was a huge heartbreaker for me. And then once I got that all clear to go back into running, I decided to push myself over my running, and that's what made me go into marathons and half marathons, and that's what I'm currently I'm aiming for now. So yeah. What races am I doing next? So I had the Run Melbourne, which is in July, which is a half marathon. I'm planning to do that, but depending on my knee, will determine whether or not I do it or not. I then have a ultra style run coming up around August, which which will help me prepare for the main race, which is the Nike Melbourne Marathon, which is in October. And that's where I'm aiming to run a sub 2:45 time. And then I've got a half marathon at the back end of the year, back in December, so which is the 2x21. So that's where I run around St Kilda. Question 3: how many days a week would I be running? Or am I running? So my running days consist of Monday, Wednesday, Friday and Saturday. I have 3 rest days, but with me playing football or doing sports like football, cricket, I'm always running anyway, so I say between 4 to 7 days a week. But my main workout days are Monday, Wednesday, Friday and Saturday. And they usually consist of sprint, tempo, recoveries and more long distance. Question 4: have I tested out the pace that I would need to run at, being 3 minutes 55 per kilometre? Yes, I have. I did a little 2K sprint where I was pushing myself to run at 3 minutes 55 per kilometre. Although it was only a 2K, to run at that speed and to know I could run at that speed for gave me a little bit of confidence, knowing that I can run at that pace for a long time. Yes, marathons is called a marathon for one reason. It's going to test you out. The marathon doesn't start at the starting line. The marathon starts when you hit that 30-kilometre mark, where your body starts to get fatigued and you start to hit those DOMs. But have I tested my pace for it? Yes, I have. Question 5: what are my training days like, and what do they consist of? My training days is like, so on the days that I'm not running, and some days will clash on my running days. Some training splits will definitely clash. So my training days consist of this. I train at the gym, so I'll do like a strength-based workout that is designed to help me get strong in my legs and my core and my body. So when I'm running in a marathon, my body's not going to get tensed up, and it's going to be very strong, and it's going to be able to stabilise myself when I get fatigued. So it consists of strength-based training, isometric training, plyometrics, and then just running workouts. My running workouts consist of speed workouts, so whether that's 400, 200, 100 sprints, doing that repeatedly for a few times, and or doing fartlek running where I am running at a minute 30 at full pace, or a minute at full pace, or 30 seconds at full pace, and doing that every so often, or doing hill sprints, doing tempo running, so running at maybe 80% of my max speed, and doing that for about 5 to 10 Ks, doing my recovery workouts, where usually this is on a Wednesday, but I usually do that as more like a tempo one. Fridays is more like my brush out where I start to increase the mileage, but then I still have enough room for my big workouts on a Saturday. Question 6 is similar. It follows on to question 5. So what my running workouts consist of? So my running workouts consist of speed workouts. So with my speed workouts, I'm usually doing anywhere between 400s, 200s, 300 meter sprints, and really testing out my 5 kilometer pace or my 10 kilometer pace. Using the fast rate running is usually best designed for that. My other running workouts consist of tempo, so that usually means that I'm running at a certain speed for a period of time and testing out my zone 2, zone 3s, and then my long workouts, my slow distance. I usually go like slow speed, where I'm doing my long distance. So I'm not really pushing myself for those, but I am pushing myself beyond each kilometre. So doing long distance but at slow speed, you are going to get quicker over time. So if you're going to be doing long distance, don't run fast, because you're going to wear yourself out. So we're doing that. Doing those long distance at a slow speed, when you go back and do those run workouts again, you are then going to get quicker and quicker every single time. So that's where doing those long distances is going to help you. Question 7. Do I think I could currently run 2 kilometers at my goal race pace at 3:55 per kilometer? Yes, I can. Actually, to be honest, I'll scratch that. No, not at the moment. At first I was believing I could, but since injuring my knee, no. But once I get my knee rehabbed and once my knee recovers, yes, I'll be able to do that. And last but not least, this question: do I think I could run a sub 2:45 marathon? 100% I can. I don't set a goal to achieve if I don't think I can achieve it. So many people have said to me, "Oh, you can't run a 2:45 marathon," or it's impossible where I'm coming from. If you have doubt, and if you have doubt in you, then you have already failed. With me, I 100% believe and I 100% know that I can run a sub 2:45 marathon. And whether I get it at the Nike Melbourne or whether I get it somewhere else, so be it. I will do whatever it takes to get that sub 2:45 marathon. Even if it takes me a couple of years, I will work towards getting that sub 2:45 marathon time. If I don't get it at the Nike Melbourne Marathon, yes, I'm going to be angry, I'm going to be disappointed, but I'll go back to the drawing board and I'll get better and better and better, and I'll work on those areas that I need to work on, so I then I can run those times. Anyway guys, hope you are all having a good day, a good week. Stay tuned for the next video where I talk about nutrition. So if you have any questions about nutrition, recovery methods, ask away. You know what to do. Stay massive, be relentless, go one more, be good looking like me. I'll see you next video. Ciao.